All right, good morning. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our National Training Week session. I'm Adib, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's session. We are honored to have our expert trainer, Ms. Sika, who will be sharing valuable insights on the role of AI in SEO. During the session, please feel free to ask questions in the chat box below. Misika will address all questions at the end of the session. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. Without further ado, I hand over the floor to Misika.
All right, so thank you, Adib, for hosting the NTW training on AI for SEO. Let me share my screen now. I think some people are joining in now. Maybe we'll wait for a couple of minutes for everyone to join in. But for those who are already here, today we would be talking about how to leverage AI, that is artificial intelligence, in search engine optimization. For all those who know what is search engine optimization, and for those who do not know, it is a way where your website is taken to the top of search engines so that you are visible whenever somebody is looking for a service or a product which is similar to what you are selling. That is the entire concept of doing search engine optimization. Today, we will be learning in details about how we can use the power of AI tools, different tools, to make this process of SEO easier. So my name is Shikha Kedia Bharadwaj, and I run a digital marketing agency in Malaysia. I'm the CEO and founder of the company. It is called BitQuest Sindaran Berhad. And apart from being the digital strategist, I'm also an author and mom of a 9-year-old, proud mom of a 9-year-old. All right. I think a lot of people are joining in. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Diana. So hello and welcome to all of you who joined in just now. We haven't started anything yet, just I was talking about what SEO is, which I'm sure most of you know what SEO is. We are focused today is more about the power of AI tools in doing the search engine optimization. Are we expecting more participants to join in, Adi? Okay, all right. So moving ahead with our session, a little bit about me. As I said, I run a digital marketing agency in Malaysia. So getting into SEO has always been my forte, and doing SEO for various brands is what my company does. What are we going to learn today? So today's learning session is going to be about search engine optimization basics, the components that are used in SEO, artificial intelligence overview, what it is, and then the benefits of using AI for doing search engine optimization. Then we are going to delve into the emerging trends in AI and how to prepare for the future, because it's important to understand what SEO and AI is before we get into the future and emerging trends. The best practices for leveraging on SEO, and then we will touch upon the ethical implications of SEO. Here in the sixth component of this session today, I'm also going to cite out some of the best practices and what you should do and not do when it comes to using AI tools for doing SEO. For all those who have joined the session today, you can post your queries or questions in the chat box, and I will answer it as and when I can during the session. So understanding SEO, as I said, it's basically all the science and maths that you apply to make sure that you are on top of the search engine. If I have to speak in layman's language, imagine that your shop is inside a mall, and you are trying get searched through the search engine optimization. Your shop is, say, inside, like on the fifth floor, back behind one of the major shops, so nobody can see your store. If you are not seen, you're not sold. You will see Lazada, Shopee, Zalora keep sending us emails. They're right on top of searches. They're doing Google ads. They're doing all kind of paid organic campaigns to make sure that they are seen. There is no shame in putting yourself out there to show people that you're available for selling this. So always be out there. And SEO is one of the best ways, organic ways to put your products and services out there. So suppose I'm selling jewelry, for example. What would I do if I want people to look for me? Usually anyone who wants to buy anything today, our usual style is we are going to search. Oh, where is the jewelry store near me, or online jewelry store near me? These are the kind of words that we are going to search for. If your website, if I'm selling the jewelry, if my website is optimized enough that when a person is searching for something like that, a jewelry, then my website pops up right on top. That is the concept of this. Okay, we have a lot of people joining in. Okay, welcome to all of you who joined just now. We have until now just spoken a bit about what SEO is and why is it important. It is mainly to get yourself searched when somebody is looking for a product or service that you're selling on Google. Like I cited the example of jewelry, where we spoke about if I'm selling jewelry and somebody's looking for jewelry, so what are they going to search? Online jewelry store near me, or jewelry near me, something like that, or Chinchin Berlian, or whatever, something like that. So I have to make sure that when somebody searches something like that, which is near about the service or product that I'm selling, for that keyword, I need to make sure that my website appears right on top. If not the first link, at least on the first page. Because there's very high probability that whenever you see something on the first link or the first few links, that is what you're going to click on, go and make a purchasing decision. That's why being high on rank on search engine optimization is very, very important. Now, why SEO matters? Of course, it will increase your organic traffic. So because you're being searched, once somebody is searching for jewelry, your website is coming on top, they're clicking, they're going to your website, which means organic traffic is increasing if you're doing SEO. It enhances brand visibility. Of course, along with the traffic, when you are right available on top of the listing, people will see you more, which means it is going to enhance your brand visibility. At the same time, when you are seen more, your credibility and trust is also increasing, because when I see something, oh, Google is showing this one, which means it is more trustworthy. This brand looks more legit. That's how you build more credibility and trust. It also helps to improve user experience, because while you're doing SEO, you have to change a lot of things on your website to make sure that it is more user-friendly. And that is why we say that SEO helps to improve the user experience on your website. It provides measurable results. So you may have known a little bit about Google Analytics. What is Google Analytics? It's a I like to call it a freemium tool, because it's not paid, but at the same time, it's a very premium tool. Even if tomorrow Google comes and wants to charge for that tool, I think most of us will be ready to pay. So it gives you a complete data of who came to your website, which country, which gender, how much time did they spend on each page, what did they search for when they came to your website. All these measurable results help you understand the audience. How is audience behaving on your website? So for example, if you are on Google Analytics and you see that people are going to a certain page and then they close the window, which means maybe there's something wrong with that page or there's some missing information on that page. So all these measurable results are going to help you to enhance your user experience and at the same time boost your SEO. It offers a long-term benefit also. Like if you see with the paid ad, what happens? You're spending money, you're on top, it shows ad and shows your listing. But as soon as you stop spending money, your ad is not shown anymore. But SEO is not like that. Once you have done the SEO, it has a long-term benefit, which is you already did SEO for 6 months, which means your domain is now more credible. It has more authority. Your website is optimized according to how Google wants your website to be. Since all that is done, after 6 months, even if you pause your SEO activities, it's not like you will go from rank 1 to rank like third page or fifth page or 10th page. It may gradually decrease if you're doing nothing, but at the same time, you still have a very good stance because you have followed and adhered to most of the things that Google wants you to do on your website. That is why we always recommend to do SEO rather than doing paid ads on Google because of its long-term benefits. What are the core elements of SEO? Now, any of you who is learning SEO as a new thing may want to take a screenshot of this particular screen. It's okay if you want to take a screenshot because it cites out the 6 major things that you do for doing a good SEO. First is identifying the keywords. So you identify what are the important keywords that is gonna you're going to choose for doing SEO. So for example, if I'm selling jewelry, then I might choose keywords like Harga Emas or gold shop near me or gold jewelry online, things like these. So we are going to search for similar high search volume keywords and then start working on it. Second step, what do you do for SEO? You work on page. What is on page? Optimizing the web pages, your website, according to Google's set of requirements. Third is off page. What is off page? Things that you do outside your website. These activities can include building backlinks and social signals. So anything like, for example, you go to social media and you put that I'm selling this product for purchases, click here. So that link that you created on social media is considered as a backlink to your web page. Similarly, there are many websites, many blogs, open forums where you can post your website link. That is called building backlinks. Then comes technical SEO, which is your site structure. Google crawls on your website. It's not like it is individually reading each line. We call it Google Web Spiders. They go crawl to your website. They have their way of looking at things structurally and make sure that everything is top notch. Like, is your website speed good? The structure is done properly. URLs are done properly. All these fall under technical SEO requirement. Then comes content creation. This is the most important part. That's why we call content is king, which is you need to produce high quality content, post blogs on the website to make sure that your SEO is done well. And then, of course, user experience, that ensuring that the website offers everything that a user may look for and make it user friendly. It can be mobile optimization because if you see post 2015, most of the people will now browse websites on mobile device. So you have to make sure that it is mobile friendly. You have to make sure that the speed is high. You have to make sure that the website doesn't have elements which is not required when you're searching from mobile device. So all these aspects that we keep in mind is called user friendliness. So what people do now after this is how do we use AI to conduct these 6 basic components of SEO? How are we going to use the power of SEO to make sure that power of AI to make sure that all these activities of SEO is done in a very easy manner. The foundation of SEO, keyword research. Now, as I said, that you have to first find out what are people searching for when they are looking for a product or service that you're selling. It is very important that you identify those keywords, because if you don't know what people are searching for, what's the point of doing SEO? What if you supposedly you're selling jewelry, but you're doing SEO for a word like maybe Chinchin Berlian, and Chinchin Berlian is not something people are searching for when they're looking for your product and services. So end of the day, you will not get good traffic to your website. That is why it is important. Step one, choosing the right keyword. How do you choose the right keyword? By making sure that it has a higher search volume. The keyword difficulty is there. Like, it should not be a very common one, which is also related to other businesses similar to yours. Then, you will get unnecessary traffic who are not looking for a service like yours. Relevance to your content, and also sometimes use long keywords like online jewelry store in Malaysia. So it's like a 4 word that's called long tail keyword. Try to use something more unique so that you don't end up getting traffic which you are not looking for. On-page SEO techniques. What are on-page? The optimization. So once you've clearly cited out, okay, these are my keywords, what are you going to do? Optimize your website to make sure that those keywords are there on your website. All the content is written based on those particular keywords that you have cited out. Make sure that your meta title and description is written well. Now, what is meta title and description? I'm sure most of you may be knowing, but I'll just highlight for those who may not know about the meta title and description. When you search for something on Google, you will see that on the search list, there is a line that appears in blue. Below that, there are 2 lines in black, which says what this website has. That is called meta title and description. So with each page on your website, you can mention in the meta title that this page has content about, say, bangles or gold prices in Malaysia, something like that. So that Google clearly knows that if somebody is looking for gold price in Malaysia, they have to show that page. So it's important that we write correct things in the meta title and description. If you write wrong things over there just to attract more traffic, like earlier, what people were doing is they were writing rubbish things, like maybe use words like pornography or something, because they know that that keyword will have more results. But at the same time, that's not the traffic you're looking for. So you will get more organic traffic, but not relevant traffic. That's why it's important that whatever you write on your website should be very relevant to your industry and to your audience. Image alt tag. What is image alt text? It is mainly for people who are OKU. So last year, we did one website which was particularly for the OKU community, wherein everything that we did on the website was meant to be done. It was designed in a way that anyone with any kind of special ability would be able to access and understand what's written on the website. Each of the image also comes with the alternative text, because if a blind person is viewing your website, that person can't see the image. But if you mention with the image, like for example, this image that you see here, it has a person holding a computer in the hand with a SEO technical background. So if we write that as a text along with the image, Google is going to treat your website as more important, because you are giving more importance to inclusivity. For Google, inclusivity is very important. So make sure that every element on your website is catering to people with special abilities also. If you are doing that, then Google is going to give more importance to your website. That is why initially I said that SEO is overall going to help improve the user experience. This is what I actually meant, because while doing SEO, you are improving your website. Off page. Now, off page as I said earlier, is all the link building and putting your link on different websites, different guest blogs, reputation management, getting your brand to be mentioned by influencers, all those activities that you do outside your website to get more links. Because what Google thinks is, suppose a lot of people are talking about you or mentioning you, which means Google will think, okay, a lot of people are talking about this website when it comes to jewelry, which means if somebody's searching for jewelry, they may be the important people. That's how Google also has an algorithm to calculate. This is the whole idea behind SEO. Play around with all the algorithms of Google, which makes it decide which website will be shown on top when somebody is looking for a service or product like yours. Technical SEO. Again, technical SEO is all those technical, like, when you're crawling the site structure, this is more on the back end. So whoever is developing your website has to make sure that the technical SEO is adhered to, because this is not something you can see mostly with naked eyes. It is mainly a backend structure, which Google crawlers are going to crawl and see. So if it is not done properly, it will be hard for crawlers to divert and navigate through your website to understand what is there. So to make sure that technical part is taken care of, it is important that technical SEO is being focused on. Engaging content. Now, you will see, as I said earlier, also content is the king when it comes to SEO. If your website has the right content, you keep writing regular blogs on your website, give your audience knowledge sharing, share good things with them, whatever info is required is being shared on your website regularly. That will give Google a hint that your website is important when something is being searched for. Google, because the whole idea of Google is to give its users the right link or right website to go to when they're looking for something. And in doing that, it does a lot of algorithms to decide which website is going to be shown on top. So that's what you are doing here, putting up right things on your website so that Google shows your website on top. So that's why it's important, put up as many engaging content as you can. Because if your website has just one page, little bit content, I'll come to your website, see, okay, nothing much, close it. So if your website is being closed within few seconds or few minutes, Google may consider, oh, this website doesn't look important. Maybe some people are closing it, which means it will push you down in the ranking, thinking that your website is not as important. That's why it is very important that while creating engaging content, you have to make sure that you give value in terms of content to your users. If you don't give value, Google will not let your website being ranked on top. Any comments or anything from what we have done until now for those who have joined the session here? Okay, so I understand that all these are basics of SEO, so you have an understanding of what I'm talking about. If you have any questions, please keep posting them in the chat box. I will see it as and when I can, and then I will answer them. Now let's understand the SEO landscape in Malaysia. In Malaysia, 84% of Malaysian users do not access the second page of the Google search. What does this mean? This means that if somebody is searching for jewelry near you and your website is not on the first page, you are missing out on 84% of the people searching for a service or a product like yours. Would you want that? No, right? That is why SEO is so important. So if 8,400 people are searching for jewelry near me, 84% of them will just take a look at the links on the first page and not even go to the second page. I'm sure you do not want to be on that list of the second, third, fourth. Imagine if you were on the third page or fourth page, then maybe you are just deep buried into the search result. So it's like having a store, but nobody sees your store. It's right behind in a mall. So very low chance that people even take a look at your store. Because if you are not seen, it is not sold. And top tier ranking is very important. So 36% of the people prioritize top tier rankings. What do we mean by top tier rankings? Which is top 3 or 4 links. You have to be there amongst the top 3 or maximum 5 links to make sure that people who are looking for your service are finding you easily. That's why, as I say, it's very important. Businesses today are failing because they are not being seen. If you're not seen, why do you think you put up big hoardings on a highway? They spend millions and money to be seen. Everyone knows what Coca-Cola sells, but still Coca-Cola will make sure that they're seen. Being seen is very important. If you're not seen, people will tend to forget you. That's why for brands to be right on top of search engines for their own product and service is of huge importance. It is very important that you have a very solid platform wherein you are able to navigate through all the SEO complexities on the website and make sure that your domain authority is built over the period of time. Your website has credible content so that Google will always put you on top of the search results. If you are doing all this, then for a very long time, you will have a good impact on Google and it will show you as top ranks. This is a very small market share that we have of different search engines. Now, of course, the major share is of Google. Everything that we want today, we will look for in Google. But there's also another search engine platform like Google, which is called Bing. It's actually China-based. So 2.49% of people in Malaysia will look for what they want as a product or service on Bing instead of Google. 1.11% will look for in Yahoo search. So Yahoo also has a search. Many of you may or may not be knowing about it because it's not used that much. You can see only 1.11% people are using it. Then there's another one called Yandex, and then DuckDuckGo, then Battle Search. So all these are there in the market, but not as much. You see the shark here is the Google. So it has taken over the chunk of the market. Others are like very, very minute in terms of percentage. That's why it is important that you follow the Google's guideline for doing the SEO. But what happens is eventually even other platforms like Yahoo and Bing will adapt to what Google has set as the algorithm. So if you are doing the right thing to be on top of Google search, automatically you will be on top of Bing and Yahoo. In most cases, you've seen that. Bing is slightly different, but as I said, focus first on Google because it has the major market share. And then slowly you can focus on other platforms like Bing or Yahoo or whatever. Now let's talk about the evolution of SEO. How did, in the initial years, I remember in the early 2000 kind of years, SEO was nothing. What happened was whoever was developing the website for you, they used to stuff the keywords on the head tag that, okay, when somebody is searching for the Chinchin Berlian, gold, all this in the keyword. And that is how Google used to show the results. But later on, Google understood that people are misusing this keyword stuffing. So it came up with the update, which was called Panda, then Penguin, then Hummingbird. This year, 2014 was very, very important because from 2011 to 2014, these 3 major updates came in. So all those websites which did not have a lot of content, but they stuffed the keyword in the head tag, they were all banned by Google. So they were all penalized and put right behind the search. That's where a lot of companies faced a downfall in rank because they were using all those techniques of just stuffing the keywords. So from there, Google became more intelligent about what to show to its users. Because as I said, for Google, it is very important that whatever it is showing to its users is the correct search result and not something which is manipulated by users of the website or the maker of that website. Then came in some more updates like Mobile Gidon, Rank Brain, Medic Update. All these are different updates that Google has released over the years to make sure that its users again get the best experience and the best results when it comes to a particular service they're looking for. Amongst this, EAT was the most important one, which was expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. EAT has until now been the most important of all. It wants your website to have the expertise, authoritativeness in terms of domain authority, and trustworthiness that you're putting in the right content. And in recent years, we have had more, small updates like Core Vital, Bird, Mum, all these updates have been there. You can read about these updates to see that you don't do anything wrong when it comes to SEO, because a wrong SEO is going to again also have a long-term negative impact on your website. So make sure that all these things are being adhered to. You can again take a screenshot of this particular screen about evolution of SEO, which will help you understand what are the things you need to take care of when you're doing SEO. Because if you fall under any of these updates purview, which means that your website will have a negative ranking impact. Now let's do a little bit of an introduction of AI in SEO before I give you one small task after this. In SEO, artificial intelligence is used to analyze the data, learn the pattern, and then improve the search engine rankings. Now, why is Google using AI? Because it helps search engines to refine the algorithms and to get the best results for its users. It will analyze the content to ensure that it matches to user requirement and their intent more accurately. Because sometimes you may be thinking of something from a different perspective, you will type something. So Google intelligence is gonna find out what or understand what you're trying to say and show you the results accordingly. And then it also, over the period of time, personalizes the search for you. So based on what you're looking for, it is gonna fit for you. Sorry. I don't know, my phone was on mute. I don't know how it did start ringing, but anyway. So getting back to it, so our user experience, AI personalizes the user experiences by providing more relevant search results based on the past behavior. So whatever you have, suppose you navigated through a few websites. I'm just giving you a very rough example. Suppose you look at a lot of porn websites. So Google understands that this is your preference. So when you're searching for something, it is going to show you things according to your preferences, according to what things that you usually see in the past. It understands your behavior. So all our data, I think Google knows you better than your mom does. It understands and analyzes what is going on in your brains. And we are all given one cookie, one ID, and it is stored in Google's database. So we are all puppets in Google's hands. Now, some of you may feel that, oh, AI is going to have a negative impact on SEO. Some may think, oh, it is going to have a positive impact. So this was a study done by a company which is called Conductor. And Conductor is basically a AI-based software which is helping in SEO. So they did this survey according to which SEO maturity, which means how sophisticated or developed your website is to enhance your SEO. According to that index, 87% of the people with high SEO maturity felt that AI is going to have a positive impact on SEO. When it comes to low maturity or medium maturity, the AI was not given as much of a good positive impact. But you can understand that people who have experience with SEO or have high maturity with SEO felt that AI is going to improve the overall SEO experience, which means in some way or the other, AI is very important for SEO today. And that's why it's important to understand how we can leverage and harp on SEO, on AI for learning and enhancing our SEO. So this is what Patrick Reinhardt, who is the VP of Conductors, said, that brands that believe that AI will have a negative impact are missing the vast opportunity that exists within it. The positive things AI can do for teams from a productivity standpoint alone are well worth the hassle and will ultimately make SEO teams more efficient and cost effective. Like, for example, when we run a SEO team earlier, every task was done manually. We'll come to it in the later part of the presentation. All the tasks were done so manually, we needed more people to manage them. Today, the number of people may or may not be the same, but at least the repetitive and mundane jobs is now done by AI. That's why I say that some people always think of AI from a very negative perspective, that it is going to take away the jobs. But SEO is meant to take away the mundane and redundant jobs. You still need people to run AI. AI cannot function on its own. So that's why it's important that you upgrade your skill sets and not think that AI is going to take your job. AI is going to take jobs of mundane, repetitive nature. It's good to see that most believe that it has a positive impact, but also, not surprisingly, that brands with low SEO maturity are more powerful. Again, here we come to the top powered SEO tools. For those who are looking at using AI for SEO, please take a screenshot of the screen, because these important tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, Market Muse, Surfer, Moz, all these are tools that will help you to enhance your SEO. All these are AI tools. What SEMrush does, what Ahrefs does, what Market Muse does, what Surfer does, I'm going to discuss in the coming steps. Like, mostly SEMrush is for keyword analysis. So what happened was, earlier on, when it comes to keyword, we had to do a lot of manual work. We used to spend 2 or 3 days researching what people are searching for. Like, we used to put it up under Google search. So we are typing half the word. If Google is showing that in the listing, we used to consider this is important. Find out the search volume of those keywords, then find out the gender. So there was a lot of things we had to find out. But today, with the help of tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush, we are able to do these mundane jobs in a fraction of seconds and minutes. That is where AI is helping us. AI for keyword research. As I said earlier, we used to spend a lot of time go to Google Keyword Planner has always been there because it is a Google powered tool. But apart from this, we used to do a lot of other researches manually to find out which would be the important keywords. But with SEMrush and Ahrefs as a very important tool for keyword research, it has become easier because they will use NLP, they will use what are the current trends, what is the current kind of word searches that people are using. Like, for example, if your target audience is Gen Z or millennials, then your terminology can be different. So all these things are studied by SEMrush and Ahrefs, and then they suggest you good keywords. Content creation. Content creation is again something which has to be really delved deep into, because Google is very specific that you cannot have content which is directly copied from an AI tool. So it's very easy to put up a prompt on ChatGPT and get the content. But it is important to understand that Google doesn't like it to be copied. It has to be in your own terms. What you could use these AI tools for is for topic generation. So what you could do is just put up a prompt on ChatGPT or copy.ai and say that, okay, I'm trying to write an article on jewelry selling or on bangles. Then it is going to give you very relevant topics, which is what people are searching for in the recent times. So that when they're looking for something like that in future, your website is going to prompt at the top. Same is for content optimization. So when you have written the article, you can also put up on a prompt on ChatGPT, your article, paste it there, and say that these are my keywords, and I want this keyword to be stuffed into my article in a way that it is more optimized for SEO. If you do all this, content writing becomes easier. Trust me, earlier we used to have 5 or 6 content writers at our office anytime to do the content writing. But now with 2 people, we are able to use AI tools more effectively to generate good content. But that doesn't mean we are using AI tools completely to generate content. It is important that, okay, somebody wants me to go back to the previous slide, Wendy. Wendy, are you talking about this slide, AI and keyword research? Wendy? Were you referring to this slide? Okay. So yeah, coming back to AI and content creation, as I said that earlier on, we used to have a lot of content writers, but now we need lesser number of people. But at the end of the day, it's about enhancing your productivity, making the job more cost effective, and at the same time, because it's a mundane job, every day you're writing 1 or 2 articles, writing articles like classifieds or blog 2.0, all these things, web 2.0. So all these things, when we were writing, we were doing everything manually last time. But with the help of SEO, AI tools like ChatGPT, Copy.ai, Jarvis, we are able to do it in a more effective way. But as I said, do not copy paste content. Take ideas from this particular tool and then write it in your own language, making your writing easier, but not copy paste it. Okay, we do not have a lot of time left. We just have 15 minutes. Maybe I'll give you guys 5 minutes. You can follow this instruction to write a blog using AI tool. So how do you write a particular article using AI? Write a step-by-step SEO optimized article on, say, this is my process and this is the task I want to for a business related to jewelry. So maybe something like step-by-step on how to clean your jewelry if it is tarnished, something like that. So you have to provide a detailed explanation of how you want, what elements you want it to include in your article. Give proper prompts. Do not just throw a content which is, very slyly. Do not give prompts slyly to any of the AI tools. When you're doing the content writing, give very detailed analysis of what you want. And then you mention there that I want, say, this keyword, which is Chin Bullion, to be used at least 3 times in my article. So when you give these prompts clearly, it is going to come up with content which has all these things adhered to. When you get the content, again, do not use it as it is. Change as much as possible based on how you write an article as a human, and not because you will see there are certain terminologies. For me, I think today I've got so much expertise in it that I can read an article and say that it has been written using AI. So it's important, and it somehow, it gives me a feeling, okay, the person didn't put in any effort. It's the same with Google. It wants you to have content which is more personalized to you as a provider and not copied from a ChatGPT or any AI platform. Because if it is copied from an AI platform, then why will Google show you in the search ranking? Because you have to somewhere add value. Always, whenever you have written a content, make sure that you add value to your users. If you're not giving more value to your users in terms of adding something unique from your side to the article, Google is not showing your article at all. I wanted to give 10 minutes to you guys to write a, content which is AI powered, with all the prompts and get the process done. But I don't think we will have enough time because we just have 15 minutes left and we have more to go. But take this as a homework that when you go back, you can write article using AI, but at the same time, make sure that you're not copy pasted. Put in the topic clearly using Copy.ai or Jarvis. Find out what is the niche. What are people searching for when it comes to your industry? Get the topic. Again, improvise the topic according to your personal need or what your target audience will look for. Then put up prompts on ChatGPT very clearly that this is my target audience, this is the language that I want to use, which is professional, or you can say humorous, whatever is the tonality that you want. Then put there that I want to use these keywords. Then these are the know-hows, step 1, step 2, step 3. Clearly, when you put up these things, your content automatically doesn't seem to be very AI generated. It is already a lot more improvised from an AI perspective as well. That's why prompts are super duper important. We have full day sessions, which you can find out more from Excel Academy on leveraging AI for SEO. It's like a 2 day two full day training. Of course, we cannot cover everything in 1 hour training that we have today, but just giving you a hint of the things that you could learn more about AI from SEO. So these prompts are so important. We teach you on different prompts that you could use for your niche. And then when you generate an article, we'll tell you where you went wrong, how you could improvise it further so that it doesn't seem to be copy pasted from AI. All these things are adhered to. For on page. Now on page, as I told you guys, that it is important that title tag and meta descriptions are written very correctly. Now let me share another screen. Hold on, yeah. Just for those who do not know what is meta title and description. So suppose I'm searching for, say, something like Chin Chin Berlian. Okay, Berlian. Now you will see in the search, there is something that appears in blue, and then you've got 2 or 3 lines here, which is appearing in as a normal description. So this blue thing is the meta title, and this is the description. So when you are doing up your website, there is an option on the website itself to add a meta title and description. This is what Google will usually read on your website to understand what your page has, what content your page has. Like for example, Habib Jewelry on this particular page, which talks about rings chin chin. What is the meta title they have added? Rings, wedding rings, engagement ring, diamond ring, which made Google understand that on the URL itself, you have the word chin chin. So Google feels that this page may be useful for somebody who's searching for Chin Chin Berlian. This is the logic, basic logic that Google uses to identify which website is of most importance when it comes to a particular keyword search. Okay. So getting back to our presentation, I just wanted to show you guys what meta title and description is. So it's important that you use, there are many, again, SEO tools to write meta title and description. You can also use ChatGPT to produce that. Again, give good prompts there that I want to include the word Chin Chin Berlian, or give me a meta title and description related to a jewelry industry. I'm trying to promote the keyword Chin Chin Berlian. So when you give detailed prompts, as detailed as you can be, it will give you the best results. So if you want good results, give good prompts. If you don't give good prompts, it's like input output. You don't give good input, the output will not be good. You can get the meta title and description from ChatGPT or any other AI tool. Again, once you have the result, edit according to your mindset or your way of writing, so that when I read it, it shouldn't look like AI generated. It should look like it's a human generated content. I'll tell you in the last few screens why human generated content is more important than just AI generated content. Image optimization. So AI will suggest all text to compress images for faster loading. I told you guys that for each image that you have on the website, you need to have an alternative text over there. So how do you give the text to that alternative text. You cannot go and manually write with each image that this is what this image is representing. So you can use all these image optimization tools to come up with the alt text for the images and upload it on your website. As I said, these AI tools are just making life easier. So we shouldn't be threatened by it, but we shouldn't be overusing it at the same time. Again, for off page, for backlinks. So backlinks are again very, very important, that when I'm searching for your website, Google will see how many people have written about you. And then also search if something is like a broken link. I click on it and it doesn't take to your website. So you can write to that person and say, hey, you mentioned me on your website, but I see that the link is broken. Can you put the correct link? And also see that you're not mentioned in some wrong websites. So you're getting a incorrect traffic coming to you. All these can be checked in a matter of minutes and seconds through tools like Moz Pro and Ahrefs. Earlier, we used to do manual searches. So we used to go to Google, put the keyword and see how many people are mentioning you. And then find out whether the link is going to the right place or not. And imagine today, this has become so much easier. So basically, AI is helping you do repetitive, mundane jobs, which can be done more easily through, it's like, when calculator was introduced. Earlier, you used to learn all the mathematics and do every calculation manually. But now with the help of calculator, it has become so easier. So earlier, for accountants, even the calculator was a threat. But today, it has become a part of life. AI is going to be the same. For some, they may think of it as a threat, but from a long-term perspective, it is only helping to do mundane jobs. You will still have jobs in the SEO market. You see, we cut down the number of people in terms of doing the SEO. But the good thing is you retain the good ones who learn the power of AI to enhance SEO. That's why this particular session is important, to understand how to use SEO, AI for doing any task today. If you are competent to use AI for undertaking tasks like digital marketing, SEO being part of it, then you already have a competitive edge over your other people doing the interview. Technical SEO. So for technical SEO, Screaming Frog is again one of a very good website which helps to do site audit, to find out what is wrong on the website, which image doesn't have alt tag, which page doesn't have meta title description, which page has a duplicate content. It is going to identify and tell you, because Google doesn't like duplicate content. Suppose there was something that you copied from some other people's website. It's a complete no-no. Never do that. If you're copying content, Google is going to penalize you. Never ever copy content. If at all you're copying content, you should always give credit that this content was originally posted on this website. Like how I showed you a survey just now in my presentation, but I gave credit to Conductor because they are the ones who generated that report. So whenever you're copying content from somebody else's work, give credit, then Google may not penalize you. But in general, it likes unique content only. So you can use all these tools to identify what is wrong with your structure. So you can send it to your web developer and say, hey, your structure is incorrect. You see, if this AI tool wasn't there, your web developer can make you a fool, because you may not be technically knowing whether the structure is correct or not. But with the help of these tools, even a layman can know whether your SEO is going in the right direction or not. So it is not just for doing SEO, but also checking whether your agency is doing the right job or not. That's why we say learning AI for SEO is so important, especially in the case of SMEs. So you cannot afford to have an agency to do your SEO. You can still use these AI tools to do some SEO, at least if not very professionally, to a certain level, you're able to do it. That is also good enough. Something is better than nothing. So use AI tools to do some amount of SEO for your website. User experience. So whether your website is, how is the user behavior, whether people are liking your website, is it personalized or not based on recommendations, then site navigation, how to improve it, basically making it more user-friendly. Hotjar here is one of my favorite tools when it comes to understanding the user behavior and optimizing your website accordingly. So you could consider using that. The future of AI in SEO. Now you will see that even now, a lot of search is happening on voice. But when it comes to voice search, we tend to say a lot of things. It will be very important because AI will help to understand what you are saying, the content optimizing, the voice search, and giving you the correct result. Second will be visual search. So now already some of our clients have started image SEO as well, because a lot of search will come through images. So making sure it enables that AI is enabling the search engines to understand the visual content. Whether this image is suitable when I'm searching for Chinchin Berlian, I should not be seeing something which is not related to Chinchin Berlian. AI-driven personalization. So again, seeing the content based on your preferences. So what you have liked in the past, show you that. How does Google do that? Using AI. Preparing for the future, keep up with the latest AI trends and best SEO practices. Don't shy away from learning AI, not just SEO, but for everything that you're doing. Do not shy away from using AI if it is reducing your workload, if it is increasing your productivity. Please go ahead and use AI. Invest in ongoing education and training for AI and SEO, and be flexible and willing to adapt your SEO strategies based on AI insights and trends. So whatever SEO strategies you're doing currently, have an open mindset that, okay, if this job can be replaced by AI, I'm going to do that. Best practices for leveraging AI. Seamlessly integrate AI tools into your existing SEO strategy to enhance efficiency. Continuously monitor the AI insights and make adjustments. It's not like you implemented something and then you forget about it. No, constantly monitor, because there may be something better than this, or maybe this is doing more harm than good. So have that monitoring always going on. Strike a balance between AI automation and human creativity, especially when it comes to content writing. You do not depend totally on AI. You always do some human research of your own, add your own words there. Even for other tasks, like for example, you're doing, say, backlink. AI will give you all the backlink issues, but still manually go sometimes, see if there is something on search which is available, which maybe the AI didn't capture. So do not depend on it 100%. Have a good balance there, where you are using AI tools, but at the same time, do some manual job as well. Testing regularly on to find out more effective solution, because sometimes I have, in my experience, some AI tools have been cheaper when we bought it. Then later on, we find that we didn't do research thinking that this is still the cheaper one. We find that we have a better solution at a much lesser pricing. So it's important to constantly test and find out what's the best AI tool available in the market. Precautions for using AI in SEO, Google guidelines, Google's helpful content update. This is a content update that it had where it said that it emphasizes on human first content. It doesn't prefer AI generated content. That's why I said that try to be as original as you can. Even if you're taking content from AI, change it into your own words, put in your own effort there, so that when Google goes through the content, it doesn't look like AI generated or copied from elsewhere. That's why this Google's update called helpful content update is super important. Bias and accuracy. Now, AI can produce sometimes inaccurate or biased content also based on who created that AI. That's why it's important, even if you find out some information which you search for on AI, it may not be correct. So go and do more research to find out whether this content is correct or not, this fact is correct or not. Do not depend on AI generated facts specifically. Then EAT framework. This is again Google's big guideline, which is expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. Make sure that all your content is trustworthy. If Google finds out that what content you're putting up is sometimes incorrect, already on the penalty list. have a domain authority when your domain is looked for by Google in a very positive light. There is a way to calculate domain authoritativeness and all that. Again, technical terms. We can only cover that under a full day session, but these are terminologies you can know about. Transparency. So be transparent to your audience. Even when you've written an article where you have used AI a lot, in the end, maybe you can give credit that some of the content generated or this article has been written taking the help of AI. And that's why we want to keep our users updated about this. So when you do that, it means that you're being transparent with your audience. You're being transparent with the information that you're delivering. When you do that, you have a better standing in Google's eyes. So always give credit. Even if it's AI or you're copying content from elsewhere, give credit to that website that this information was originally posted on this website, like that. Combining AI with human oversight. So AI should complement human expertise and not replace it. Always. Human review is essential to maintain quality and authenticity. Because end of the day, if AI is more intelligent than us, then AI is going to rule the world. So you have to understand that you are always more intelligent than what AI is. It's just helping you do certain jobs which are mundane in nature. But end of the day, do your research again. Make sure what information you've got is correct or not. The real challenge for brands isn't keeping pace with AI. It's embracing the human elements that lead to genuine connections and earn trust. The top SEO priorities and top challenges come together here. Prioritizing human touch in your content will help you keep up with AI's advancement and increase brand awareness. I think this is something that Lydia has almost spoken my mind, that always a human touch in content can't be replaced by AI. It can never be. Even till now, we are using so many different AI tools to produce content, but we still have full-time content writers to vouch through that content, to add a human element to that content. That can never be replaced by AI. This is the last screen that I have, which is the ethical implications of using AI in SEO. Human AI collaboration. The future of SEO may lie in collaboration between human and AI, leading to more innovative and effective strategy. Regulatory landscape. The increasing use of AI in SEO might lead to more regulations and ensure fair practices and protect users' privacy so that we are not invading on their privacy. In order to give them more personalized experience, we should not be invading their privacy. As AI becomes more prevalent, consider the ethical implications of AI in SEO. Issues like bias and algorithms and the potential for job displacement need to be addressed. Okay, so this is what I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I will pass it on to Adi to ask any questions that the audience may have.
All right, thank you, Mishika. Now, if you guys have any final questions regarding this course, please feel free to leave a comment in the chat box. Let's take a moment to collect the questions.
Yeah, I think in 1 hour we have covered a lot. So take a moment to reflect on all the things that we have learned during this 1 hour. Our idea is to try and cover as much as we can, but 1 hour is just not enough for everything.
Yeah. So, okay. So it appears there's no further questions. Okay.
Good.
Regarding,
We'll have more clarity on AI for SEO.
yeah. Okay, so regarding your certificates, we are pleased to inform you that your attendance has been recorded. and your course status will be marked as completed after this session. You will receive your e-certificate through the NTW portal upon successful completion of the TEE assessment. The certificate can be generated from the applied course section of your individual profile. As for the video recording of this session, it will be available on our YouTube channel, Excel Academy Malaysia, by tomorrow. Now, let me inform you about our upcoming training sessions. If you are interested in enrolling in one of these courses, please contact us. So, in August, we have marketing training, digital marketing masterclass, digital marketing professional. We have AI tools for content creation and marketing, SEO, SEM. We also have ChatGPT and AI tools mastery, social media marketing, CapCut for video marketing, Canva design bootcamp, Microsoft Excel basic level, Microsoft Excel intermediate and advanced level, Microsoft Power Query, Microsoft Excel data analytics and visualization. So again, I thank you all for your participation and have a great day. Once again, thank you, Miss Ika.
Thank you, everyone.